Why do 90% of Discord bot projects fail before they even get online? Usually, it's not because the code's too hard. It's because the setup is wrong. As I pull back the curtain on the professional workflow used by successful developers, you'll learn about the bulletproof foundation I've personally used to create dozens of bots. We aren't just writing code today, we're building the infrastructure that ensures your bot and your skills can scale effortlessly. I've designed this course to be a supercharged starter pack for everything else you can find on this channel, whether you want to build anything from a moderation tool to an economy system later on. Since technology changes fast, my YouTube channel's homepage will serve as your hub for the most up-to-date playlists. As for any specific downloads or helpful resources, check the description below. It has everything you need to follow along seamlessly. To run your project, we will need two things: an engine and a workspace. Your computer doesn't speak JavaScript by default. Therefore, we need Node.js to help translate and run our code. I'm using the long-term support version of Node.js. The link will be in the description, so go ahead and download that version to ensure you have the most stable experience. Next, for our workspace, I'll be using Visual Studio Code. You're free to use another platform, but it's hard to beat for the use case, and it's 100% free. Now get both applications installed, and let's move on to the developer portal where we will actually create the bot. Once you head to the Discord developer portal linked below, click New Application, and give it a name. I'll call mine Proto for this series, for prototype. And before we grab our credentials, we'll need to configure a couple specific tabs. First, go to the installation tab. Uncheck user install. For this series, we are building a traditional server-based bot. We don't want to complicate things with user context yet. Also, scroll down to default install link and disable it. This ensures the add app button won't appear on your bot's profile, keeping it private until you're actually ready to invite it. Now seems like a good time to head over to the OAuth 2 tab, where we can generate a new URL to invite our Discord bot to our server. Go ahead and select the bot and applications.commands scopes. Then scroll down a little bit and select administrator for bot permissions, since this is our bot and we can hopefully trust our very own creation. Now at the bottom, you should see a generated URL. Go ahead and copy this, open a new tab, paste it in, and hit enter. Now, select your server and give the bot administrator permissions before adding. At this point, your bot should be in your server and we can move on to the next step in the developer portal. Next, head over to the bot tab and scroll down to privileged intents. We need to toggle presence, server members, and message content to on. This is where most beginners get stuck. Without these, your bot is deaf and blind. It can't see who joins or read messages. While these aren't important yet, we will need these enabled so your code actually works in later videos. This is also the perfect opportunity to make your Discord bot private so only you can invite it if you prefer. Otherwise, you can just leave it public and anyone with the link will be able to add it to their server. Finally, scroll up to the token section. This is your bot's password. Click reset token to generate it and copy it immediately. Be careful to never share this. If someone has your token, they have full control over your bot. Now that that's sorted, we need to create a folder for our project. I will be creating mine on the desktop, so I'm just going to simply right click and click new folder. Now with the bot token copied and the folder created, let's open Visual Studio Code and open the folder. Then open folder and select the empty folder you just created. This ensures Visual Studio Code treats this as your project root. It's also a good idea to enable autosave so that anytime you make changes, they're automatically applied so you don't have to save your file every time before restarting the bot. To do that, just go up to the top under File and then enable autosave. Now a quick fix for Windows users: if you try to run the commands from the next section and get red errors about script execution privileges, you need to update your permissions. First, you'll need to open PowerShell as an administrator, and you'll need to type set execution policy remote signed as displayed on screen or explained in the resources in the description, and hit enter. Press A or Y to confirm. This simply allows your computer to run the scripts required for Node.js. Now back in Visual Studio Code, open a new terminal by pressing terminal and then new terminal. Now type npm init-y as displayed on screen, and this will generate a package.json file that will keep track of your project and its dependencies. Now it's time to install the discord.js library, which you can do by running npm install discord.js. Now that we have the package installed, we'll need to create two files for our project. Go over to the File Explorer section of our Visual Studio Code instance, right click and select Create File. We need one named index.js, and one named config.json. First, let's set up config.json. The reason why we need this file is to keep our Discord bots token in a safe, separate location. This ensures if you need to share your code later on, you won't accidentally copy your Discord bot token. The basic structure for this file is a set of curly braces, which I will space out, and then in quotation marks, we'll write lowercase token, followed by a colon, and in the next set of quotations, our Discord bot token can be pasted. Now to our index.js file, we'll start by importing our token so that we can reuse it in our file. This can be done with const means constant, and then in the curly brackets, we'll write token, the same way we did in the config.json file to say we want to import it from the config.json file. Next, we need to actually import it. We'll set this equal to require, and then in the brackets, we'll do quotation marks, dot, slash, meaning the current directory, config.json, and we'll end this line with a semicolon to tell JavaScript that we're done on this line. Next, we'll need to import a few things from discord.js. So do that, it's the same const, curly brackets, and then this time, uppercase C client, comma, uppercase G gateway, uppercase I intent, uppercase B bits. Then we'll do the same require statement, but this time we'll require the package discord.js. And then we can also end this line with a semicolon. Next, I'll go down a couple lines to make some space, and we'll do const lowercase c client equals new uppercase C client with the brackets again. Note that we are using the lowercase c for the client we are creating from a new instance of the uppercase C client from discord.js package that we just imported. Inside the brackets, we will put a set of curly braces, and inside of those, we'll put intents with a colon, and then we'll do square brackets, which is for an array where we will define our gateway intents. For this, as you can see on screen, we need to declare gateway intent bits.guilds, gateway intent bits.guild members, and gateway intent bits.guild messages. While we won't be specifically using any of these gateway intents yet, it's a good idea to add them since these cover the general basics that we'll need going forward. Now we'll end this line with the semicolon as well. We'll move down a few more lines, and now we can do lowercase c client.login, and in the brackets, we'll pass in our token that we imported earlier. We can also end this line with a semicolon. Now for the moment of truth. Go back to our terminal, type node index.js, and if we go back to Discord, we should see the bot online if everything worked properly. And look at that. When we check Discord, there's our bot, and it's currently online. Now, a crucial tip is when you want to stop the bot, click the terminal again and press Control and C at the same time. Don't just close this window. If you do, the process might hang on in the background a bit, temporarily causing unusual and difficult to diagnose errors. Also, it's important to note that your bot is running in your terminal. It's not running on Discord, and it's not running on some other server in the cloud. That means if you close this or turn off your computer, your bot will inevitably go offline. So the bot is online. You type the commands and you follow the steps. But here's the hard truth. Simply copying my syntax is only half the battle. The biggest trap new developers fall into is the gap between watching code and understanding it. You can read the documentation all day or copy my tutorials line by line, but that is passive learning. It's like trying to learn to ride a bike by reading a physics textbook. You might understand the theory, but you're going to crash the moment you try to build something unique on your own. I feel this pain constantly. As a computer science student, I spend hours staring at static slides and heavy theory, often wishing there was a way to make the concepts actually click without the boredom. This is exactly why I use Brilliant. They understand the only way to really learn and to finally escape tutorial hell is by doing. I've been using their Thinking in Python course to stay sharp. The topics are incredibly valuable because they force you to be active. You aren't just memorizing definitions. You are literally interacting with the code logic, debugging login systems, or analyzing data filters until the concept makes sense at your own pace. And the mobile app is a game changer. It turns any spare moment into a serious learning opportunity, transforming you into the kind of problem solver who understands why code works, not just how to type it. And with the new year right around the corner, there's honestly no better time to lock in a habit of daily learning. We all have big goals for 2026, but the only way to actually achieve them is to get started. Brilliant makes that daily habit not just possible, but something you actually look forward to. So start the year off right. You can try it for free for a full 30 days by going to brilliant.org/goldendevelopment or by scanning the QR code right here on the screen. Brilliant is also giving my viewers 20% off an annual premium subscription, which grants you unlimited daily access to their entire library. I've left that link right at the top of the description. Thank you all for watching, And a big thank you to Brilliant for sponsoring today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, liked and subscribed if you're interested in seeing what's next, and join the Discord server if you have any questions or comments.